Assalamu alaikum, I'm Arfa here, and over this video I'll be discussing a few things about the Indo-Pacific Studies paper of JNUEE entrance for PhD 2022. And from this paper we can take cues that the topic of Indo-Pacific is not just important for students of political science or international relations, but also a certain kind of knowledge of the Indo-Pacific is quite important for UPSC civil services exam aspirants also. Before talking about Indo-Pacific, I want to mention that in the entrance for JNUEE PhD, half of the paper is based on research methodology questions. So questions like primary source, secondary source, bibliography, some terms associated with the research methodology, etc., approaches in international relations, research, etc., have been asked in the question paper. And now let me just give a brief overview of the questions pertaining to the Indo-Pacific studies. First of all, you need to have a very sound knowledge of the nations which come in the Indo-Pacific region, and in the exam there have been questions on certain conflicts which we can see in some of the nations or their history, like this time there were questions about the confrontasi of Indonesia, Malaysia. There was also a question on coup d'etat of Myanmar, which occurred in February 2021. You also need to know about island nations like the formation of Bougainvillea from Papua New Guinea, or about certain strategically important geographical locations and islands like the Malacca Strait, the Senkaku Islands, Djibouti. You need to have a clear concept of everything related to the topic of South China Sea. Also this year a question was seen regarding the book of K.N. Panikkar regarding the seas and the influence of sea power. Here I would like to mention that UN, CLOS and who coined the term confluence of two seas, etc., were asked in the examination. So these can give you an idea of how to prepare and how to study the Indo-Pacific region with an idea from these questions. You can roughly make out like what all things you need to study. There were questions on global maritime fulcrum, USS Indo-Pacific strategy, etc. And there were also questions on the Anglo-Dutch Treaty of 1824 and the impacts on Malacca Strait. There were questions on Sabang Port, Melanesian Spearhead Group, and questions on leaders of Singapore, then about Vietnam, etc. And then you need to know about the most important topic, that is ASEAN, India's Act East policy, etc. So before I wrap off this short video, what I basically want to convey is that the topics of political science or international relations are really very vast, but someone studying these topics can somehow take some kind of idea from the previous year's questions, be it the PhD entrance examinations conducted by NTA or the UGC NET exam conducted by NTA, or the UPSC civil services examinations. And when you roughly do some overview of the question papers, you would get some idea about the different kinds of demands of the different kinds of exams and narrow down your studies to a certain kind of easily approachable small units, and that will make you feel better in your pursuits and studies. So wishing you all the best. Thank you for watching.